So, Mark, Doc Holliday. First of all, man, just welcome back. Just go through the wave of emotions, how it feels to be back and to be honored in such a way.
It has been great. It has been great to be back, pick up where we left off. It's been seamless since we landed. We wanted to be here for over a week, and just so we could be back really, and not just in and out. So thankfully the kids were out of school, and the emotions have been overwhelming. The love that we get everywhere we go. Pao is here too. My parents are here too. So it's been, emotionally charged for everyone in the family. It's been part of the family for 23, 24 years. So my parents also went back to the old house and saw it and got emotional. So it's been emotionally charged for everybody. So it's great to see old friends that we made here, and also making new friends. So it's great.
DeMichael Cole, Memphis Commercial Appeal.
Okay.
Mark, just when you think about your journey here in Memphis, when you started, watching Pal, your personal journey, and now where the Grizzlies, what they've become, what thoughts come to mind for you, like seeing where the franchise is now, the role you played in that, and all those sorts of things?
To being able to had a part in the whole process, and have the insight of a fan during that process at the beginning of it, when we were back at the pyramid, and there were not many people watching the games the first couple seasons, and then seeing the franchise grow year after year, and all the right steps that we the franchise made. You're just proud to be a part of it, and your contribution made an impact and made a difference to the franchise, to the city. During the time, there was a little different when once the first wave of guys kind of moved on and Pau left and Rudy came, and be able to be part of that change. It was a responsibility that I embraced right away, and that I always play with. I always play with that in my mind. To see where it's at now, that it's as much talent and how they were welcoming me now through the sales department, and how much that has grown. Before it was like 7-8 people, now it's like 40-some people, and just to see the impact that the franchise continues to have in the city, and their goals in it, it's wonderful.
Hey, Mark. On Friday, you said you had not brought yourself to watch the documentary yet. The Grizzlies made
I have
about
not.
you.
Still
You
to this
haven't?
point. No, I'm sorry, Michael Blevin. I'm sorry. I apologize. I heard it's beautiful, and I'm sure he's super talented. So I'm sure that he's. But I'm I have a tough time. First talking about myself, and you guys are forcing me to do that for the past week.
Have your wife or parents or kids watched it?
They with me at the house, so I would say no yet. But just because I'm in control of the TV most of the times. The main reason is because I don't want to get more emotional about it. It's not because there's anything. Hopefully on the flight back, when everything has calmed down a little bit, and hopefully on the flight back, I can watch it and with peace. Like I said, I'm sure it's done great, and I've seen clips of it. Like I have seen clips of it on social media. So yeah, it's beautiful.
Mark, Mike Sadie from Channel 3.
Hey, Mike.
For those of us that have been here with you since the very beginning at Lausanne, there's always been an adage for you, Barcelona born, but Memphis made. Mm-hmm. And for you, you've really embraced this city. Mm-hmm. You just put out a little thing on social media, can't wait to see you tomorrow. Have you thought about the emotions? Because this will be the first time that this city can honor you. Yeah. Because after you were traded, there was no Toronto game coming back, then COVID. You haven't had your moment. What's it going to mean to you when you see that record, not a jersey, but when 33 goes up, have you thought about that, and what's it going to mean?
Hopefully we can turn into a jersey sooner than later. But that's neither here nor there. I can't really tell you what it's going to feel like. I know, it's going to be a lot of emotions, like the love that I got the last week from every interaction I had. Either it was a grocery store or just walking around downtown. It's been overwhelming. So knowing that it's going to be emotional for everybody else, it's even adds to it. So, I'm not going to be very thankful for the love and respect that I got through so many years, and can't wait. Honestly, I can't wait. Like the anticipation for this moment has been, like you said, it's been over the years building up. So now to be in front of it, I can't wait.
Mark, in the back. Battlefield, actually was 5. You're in Memphis. Welcome back as well.
Thank
You and your brother both played here, and as of tomorrow night, you and your brother will be the only Spanish-born players to have their jerseys retired in the NBA. For your family, for your country, how much pride do you take in that?
Just to see both journeys and to see where we came from, to have that honor, it's very special and unique, and we value it a lot. We also looking forward, to the next challenges and see what's ahead and what we're going to do with our lives and how we can impact other people's lives with the same passion that we play the game of basketball. So we understand and we cherish very much what we accomplished and how special it is to be together our All-Star game, to be able to play Olympic finals together, winning World Cups and all those things that we'll be able to accomplish as players. But we also want to accomplish most things as human beings and have an impact on other people's lives. And I think that goes beyond the game. And that's, what basketball has given to us is a responsibility. So, we're looking forward to that a lot.
Mark, Rachel Phillips with ABC 24, welcome back and congratulations on the celebration. We spoke to some of your teammates from high school this week. Just how much do you remember of those times and how much did those guys help you become a Memphian?
They were crucial. They helped me a lot. They had a lot of patience during those times. I could not speak at all. I could not communicate with them. So basketball was a way for me to express myself. It always been, but at that time, that was my only way to express myself. So it was, they showed me the insides and out of Memphis and how to move around the city. And they gave me a lot of confidence on them and trust. So I will forever be thankful, especially Carlos and Sean. They were probably the 2 guys that I spent the most time with because we were together for 2 years of my junior and senior years in high school. So I'll forever be thankful, and they know that. And we, have a lot of contact, and we, communicate. And obviously, one of them Carlos has become a dad a long time ago, and Sean, it seems to be one on the way. So, it's cool to see your high school teammates become parents and fathers and how they deal with it. And so it's interesting. So it's a long journey.
All right, so we're going to go Parker, Chris, Drew, and Colin.
The same time?
Mark, welcome back. So you and Pal this week had the chance to return and visit St. Jude and Le Bonheur Children's Hospitals, reunite with some of the patients. Just what did that mean for y'all to kind of step back to that hospital after all the years of involvement with those 2 hospitals?
It means so much to see what St. Jude and Le Bonheur do for the patients and their families. And it's inspiring to me. And it's always been. Now that I'm a father of 2, and obviously when I left here, I was a father of 2 already. I came in as a high school kid and left as a father. But to be able to see the impact that you had and the stories and the impact that those hospitals have and give them hope and a place to be and a place to rest their head during very difficult times, it's I can't really find the words to describe how huge they can be and how much of a difference they do make every day. Unfortunately, they still have a huge task at hand, and they're still doing. And even though the numbers have gotten a lot better over the years thanks to their work, there's still a lot of more work that needs to be done. They still have a huge job to do, and I'm here to help as much as possible during that process. My parents were involved in the medicine world, so for me, that's my way of trying to help in an area that is so much needed. So there's so many stories that I cannot get into because it's very emotional for me because you get really close to some of the families and some of the patients, and unfortunately they don't all make it. Like the story you probably saw with Tyler yesterday, which is an amazing story that he was a patient and now he's going to be going to Alabama and study and inspire a lot of people and a lot of new patients. So, but unfortunately not all the stories end that way yet. Hopefully one day we'll get there.
Yeah, you'd said that prior to this week, the last time you were in Memphis was for Zach's jersey retirement a few years ago. Mike Conley was not able to be there that night. When was the last time you, Zach, Mike, and Tony were all in the same place together?
I think before everything, we were playing all together. I think that that was the last time we were all in the same room. So I think tomorrow night is going to be even more special, having everybody in the house and connecting with them all together at the same time. So it's going to add more to it. We didn't have enough of emotions. Having those three guys on the court is going to be obviously more special.
You were there last year in Los Angeles when the Lakers retired Pau's jersey. What was the emotion sitting through that, and does that, I guess, give you any expectation for what tomorrow will be like?
I was there to support Pau and celebrate his career, and he's here for the same thing. And like I said, it's so special. I don't think you realize now you're trying to gather all your emotions and all the memories that you had over the years. So Pau had his way, and he had his career and did amazing. And I have my career and try to do the best I can every day. And here we are, both of us, right? And looking into our lives after basketball as parents and as people that try to make an impact in the community and the society they live in. So we'll see how it goes. I can't promise you how it's going to go. I can't really tell you because it's my first time doing it. So we'll see. I'm very excited though.
Mark, Colin Cody, WRG here in Memphis. Welcome back. But obviously, your legacy will live on through the city, through this franchise forever. When you look at this current group of Grizzlies, what's some advice that you would give them, or how proud of you just to see where they are, the youth and the talent?
The talent, and it's through the roof. It's so much fun to watch when everybody's healthy and playing. Watching those games are a lot of fun, and to see them lead in their own way is something that I think we talked about the other day. I'm happy for that they feel comfortable enough in the city to lead in their own way and be themselves. And hopefully everything comes together and everybody's healthy next year. And I know the whole city is going to be behind them once they all play, and they've been behind them no matter what. So I'm excited for the future and the present of the team. You see the opportunity that some of these young guys would not have if the season didn't go the way it did. So to see also some of the other new guys blossom and turn into NBA players and having a chance to play, it's refreshing, and wish them the best because I'm going to be cheering for them. So I know the city is also going to do the same thing.
Mark, you've never been a guy that wanted to be in the spotlight. And as number 33 goes up, it's just another example of the core four and what the four of you meant. One day there's going to be a statue outside this arena with the four of you together. What did it mean to be with that group and to be kind of the resurgence of this franchise? You know, you say how good the team is now. Would have never been without grit and grind. What does it mean to you to be in the group of those four guys? Because again, you're not a guy that likes to be in the spotlight by yourself.
Yeah, I think what we represented at that time, I think what has the huge impact on everybody, right? Like we all had our flaws, and to this day we obviously do. But we helped each other overcome and made each other better, no matter our past, no matter our weaknesses. We truly care about one another, and in this type of job, it's not always the case. So it makes it even more special, and the kind of impact that we had, and how the city kind of rallied behind us. Led by Lionel also. Lionel and their coaching staff played a huge role in putting some sense into that locker room. I'm happy. I'm happy and proud of what we accomplished, and I'm sure the new guys and the new generation are going to do, hopefully with the same mindset, different talent, but the same mindset of having a huge impact on the city.
So we're now going to switch languages, and we'll start.
Hola, Marc.
Bona, Jordi.
Després, ho has explicat tot molt bé, però jo volia preguntar-te una cosa. A tu sempre t'ha agradat Memphis,
sí.
Cosa que considero destacable. Aleshores, no serà perquè tu simplement, a més veient tot el que t'han preguntat i tot això, que simplement aquí tu has estat feliç?
he estat jo i m'han respectat per ser jo mateix, amb les meves fortaleses i amb les meves debilitats. M'han estimat i respectat sempre, i no només a mi, sinó també a la meva família. Tant els meus pares, tant com vam arribar el 2001 a una ciutat totalment nova per nosaltres, molt diferent a Sant Boi, on ens van acollir també amb la seva manera de ser, que és òbviament diferent a la nostra cultura, però ens han estimat sempre, i això per mi és una que mai podré retornar, no? I que sempre estarem amb la connexió als Estats Units i sobretot a una ciutat com Memphis. Llavors, jo crec que ve més per aquí, no? Pel carinyo rebut, per l'amabilitat, i ja està, és senzill.
A la vida s'ha de ser agraït.
Sempre, sempre, sempre.
Marc, aquí, Francesc Garriga, Catalunya Ràdio. Una mica en aquesta línia, això del Memphis Made, no sé si tu també ho sents així, que ets gairebé més d'aquí que d'allà, perquè els anys més importants de la teva vida els has viscut aquí, i això també potser fa més especial que retenint la samarreta, sense ser d'aquí, ho sents com si fossis d'aquí.
Pensa que jo vaig arribar aquí amb una situació diferent, amb 16 anys, els pares i els 3 germans, el vol més llarg que havíem agafat havia estat a Menorca. Llavors, això era per nosaltres una experiència molt diferent que vam decidir afrontar, o van decidir els meus pares afrontar, juntament amb el Pau, com a família, i vam arribar, doncs això, totalment despullats, sense controlar res del que era la cultura americana i una ciutat com Memphis, i marxo als 34 anys d'aquesta ciutat amb 2 fills, un que més neix aquí a Memphis, i esta, doncs, ho diu, vaig néixer a Memphis i estava molt orgullós d'haver nascut a Memphis, tot i que doncs, ara la seva vida passa per Catalunya, i et dic, és un vincle que no s'oblidarà mai i que sempre portarem amb nosaltres, perquè han passat molts i molts anys. Pensa que vam arribar aquí el 2001 i vam marxar com a família el 2019. Són molts anys, són molts anys. Moltes memòries, molts amics, molt de carinyo rebut. Llavors, això et deixa molt de marca i forma part de la teva personalitat.
Hola, Marc. Albert Travé, de l'agència EFE. Una miqueta d'arqueologia emocional. Què vas pensar, què vas sentir quan vas saber el traspàs que havien fet els Lakers i Memphis?
Mira, en aquell moment jo no era conscient de que el meu camí passava per la NBA. No vaig pensar en cap moment que el meu futur doncs passava per aquí. Llavors, jo de moment estava a Girona, em truca en Joan Carles Navarro, que formava part de l'equip dels Grizzlies, em diu que el Pau havia estat traspassat, que estava en tots aquests moviments i que anava a Los Angeles, als Lakers. En aquell moment en Pau, doncs, jo sabia que ja no estava massa content aquí i era conegut i havia estat públic. Llavors vaig comunicar, ostres, que bé per en Pau, no? A més, no vaig ni pensar que els meus drets els tenien els Lakers. Jo no pensava que formava part d'aquest món. Però em diu, ostres, però és que els seus drets han vingut cap aquí. Dic, ok, no sé. Jo estic a Girona, estic molt a gust i al mateix no em plantejo cap canvi de situació. Al final d'aquell any, els últims mesos d'aquella temporada, a partir de l'abril, la situació a Girona comença a canviar i sembla que l'equip no podrà tirar endavant la situació. Llavors jo quedo lliure, ve el Chris Wallace, que era el general manager en aquell moment dels Grizzlies, i em transmet que li agradaria fitxar-me i que formés part de l'equip de la següent temporada, que era 2008-2009. Al no tindre equip i la meva família vivia aquí, doncs la situació canvia per mi i jo em veig amb il·lusió d'afrontar un repte i veure com seria la meva vida a una ciutat que coneixia, una ciutat que jo ja em sentia còmode i que m'agradava molt, doncs, poder representar també. Després de 2 anys a Girona, aquell segon any havia anat molt bé individualment, que havia aconseguit fites individuals que eren vistoses i em feia il·lusió vindre a la NBA i provar el viatge aquí i veure com jo em podia mesurar contra els rivals. I així va començar tot.
Hola, soy María de Radio Nacional. Yo quería preguntarte, cuando tú de pequeño o cuando empezaste en este mundo del básquet, soñabas y todo iba muy bien en tu cabeza, ¿no? Cuando a veces todos nos montamos estas películas de cómo todo va a ir súper bien y nuestra carrera va a ser fulgurante y maravillosa. ¿Alguno de esos sueños terminaba con esta retirada de la camiseta, con este 33 tuyo para siempre?
No, ninguno de mis sueños pasaba por algo así. Esto era insoñable, ni incluso creo que nadie podía imaginar, no solo el hecho de la retirada, que ya es un colofón a una carrera muy grande, y eso para mí habla más que de lo conseguido, sino cómo se ha conseguido, ¿no? De la identidad con que se han intentado hacer las cosas siempre, con lo bueno y con lo malo, aceptando los errores que uno comete y siempre afrontándolos después. Nadie era capaz de visualizar una carrera así, en mi caso, ni yo mismo. Cuando yo cojo y dejo Memphis en el 2003, 2004 y vuelvo para Barcelona para ver cómo era, ¿no?, mi realidad solo, mis padres y mis hermanos se quedan aquí en Memphis, afronto un poco pues mi propio camino, lleno de dudas y de incertidumbres, pero entendía que quería empezar mi camino, y si no lo conseguía, pues al menos era mi decisión. No quería seguir en un camino que no era el mío. Entonces, en ese momento sería imposible que alguien me dijera que al cabo de 21 años estaríamos aquí otra vez hablando de lo emocionante que puede ser que te retiren la camiseta en esa franquicia. Entonces, me siento muy afortunado de ello, y ya te digo, no hay mucho más que añadir.
Miguel Jiménez, del diario El País. Marc, a mí me gustaría preguntarte no cómo traducirías, sino cómo describirías al público español ese concepto que arraigó tanto y que creó, que marcó toda una etapa del grit and grind. ¿Cómo se lo explicarías al público español que en su momento ya lo conoció, pero que...
Grit and grind, piensa que era nuestra única manera de ser realmente competitivos contra las otras franquicias. Nosotros no podíamos superar a las otras franquicias en talento o en anotación o en profundidad de banquillo. Entonces, nuestra manera de ser competitivos y serlo cada día era eso. No sé cómo traducirlo muy bien, porque es una expresión que no simplemente no es traducible, no hay una expresión parecida en el español. Pero sí que es una mentalidad de trabajo y de mucha humildad y de cada día, y de que no puedes tener pausas, porque en la pausa te puedes despistar. Entonces nosotros entendíamos que nuestra potencialidad al ganar pasaba por ahí. Entonces intentamos maximizarlo. No eran muy bonitos, quizá para la gente de fuera, ni eran muy cómodos esos partidos, pero para nosotros era donde nosotros nos sentíamos más a gusto, partidos ajustados, partidos donde la defensa marcaba la diferencia, y nos fue, pues creo que bastante bien. No más allá de los resultados o de los playoffs, sino que encajaba mucho con la mentalidad y el sentimiento de una ciudad. Y así creo que eso se vio reflejado durante tantos años en la respuesta de la gente.
In particular, just what's it been like for you? You know, he was talking about meeting you at the under-16s. He always talks about, the impact Powell kind of had in shaping his career. What's it like for you now as you've retired to start to see this next wave of Spanish basketball players, and one in particular actually playing with the Grizzlies and having a big impact?
Well, you can put yourself in his shoes in a lot of ways and see what he's goes through, right? And the sacrifice that he has to make sometimes during the summer, the year that he can go to the national team, and how is that perceived in Spain, that a guy is going to use the summer to get better and work on his game to try to help the team. So I know how hard that is for a Spanish player to decide, and what kind of impact he has back home. So I'm proud of him for making those kind of decisions and take his own way, no matter the perception and how the potentially negative consequences they might have, because at the end of the day it matters how good you can become as a player. Santi has a great mindset about the game. He cares about the right things. He has a very unique skill set when it comes to the game. He can pass, he can shoot, he can drive. He's very smart. So it's fun to watch him, make his teammates better and help them. And he's very steady too. So I like him. I like to watch him. And obviously you see part of yourself because he wears a Grizzly jersey. He's from Spain, and you know he's going through at some point. So it's fun. Yeah, I like it.
Mark, we talked about your in the back again. Talked about your entire journey here. Your brother gets drafted. You at Lausanne. You guys get traded for one another, and then you make your impact on the court here. And we talked about some of the things off the court with St. Jude and Le Bonheur. Just how do you best describe what this city means to you and the organization, and what it will continue to mean to you in the future?
It has become a part of our family. My parents live here, like we talked about, 18, 19 years. Pau became part of his personality. Obviously became part of my personality. My kids grew up here for a little bit, so it's going to be part of us for the rest of our lives. And now, obviously, we're going to be part of it, hanging up in the rafters for the rest of, as long as the FedEx Forum it's up, hopefully for a long time. It's I don't know how to put it into words. It's so many emotions into one, and I'm just proud of how everything has happened and how perfect everything has ended, even though it had a lot of imperfections along the way. So the city always had our back, and I always have the city's back. So it's been great.
Hey, Marc, can you take me back to when you first found out that this was all happening? Who called you, and what went through your mind?
Well, as soon as I got traded, I think they did make an announcement that whenever I retired, this was a possibility. But you don't think about it because you're playing, and I was once I decided that my career in the NBA was done, went back to Spain, played there for a couple of years. So it's been so long, but at the same time, it's been so short, and the connection it's there, and you see it and you feel it as soon as you land in the city and you start driving around, like everything is back. So I can't really tell you how it feels because I'm not really good at work like that, but it's been very special.
Hey, Marc, welcome back.
Hi, Jeff.
Two real quick ones. Do you remember those first days? Were you unhappy or happy to be moving to Memphis? I'm
early on
when you were, yeah.
So we stayed at the Marriott, and Coach Tippett was the coach for White Station High School, and he's the one. But everything was new. Like everything was so new to us, and it's so different from we were used to it that it felt like a vacation early on. Like, okay, where are we at? Like this is so different of Barcelona, and we're not sure how it's gonna go. So we're happy just to be doing something so out of the ordinary for us. So we were happy, and we stuck as a family. We went through it together. Obviously, it was not always easy. The first couple of days, I thought the area code for Memphis was 911. So when I called somebody, I would hang up because she would talk in English, and I thought I was calling my dad. I'm like, well, that's not my dad. Eventually, enough cops showed up to the door, and I'm like, yeah, well, maybe I'm not doing it right. And it's 901. So it's, it's been great. It's been great, and obviously not always perfect. And we had, our problems and our challenges, but we faced it, and always people in here had our back, and that's, that's kind of why all of this makes sense.
Chris and I were trying to think about if there was a moment or two that stick out from the memories, and Chris's point was you were always about more process than moments, and I think that's right. But was there a series that you look back at with particular fondness, a playoff series or anything that you treasure more than others?
Well, the first win in San Antonio with Shane Shot. I think the first win we got in the playoffs, knowing, again, being a fan before a player, you knew how much it hurt all the sweeps that we had for those 3 years, and to win that first game and being Shane too, I know what it meant to a lot of people, and I think that kind of shifted, like, okay, we can do this. So that series, the first series that we won in the playoffs against a very special San Antonio team, and how they were playing and how much they meant to historically the NBA at that time, it meant so much, and it showed us that we could do it. And so you look back and the importance of Lionel during that series and that year, the importance of Zach, obviously, taking over games, Mike, TA, everybody. Shane, I mean, it just came full circle for a moment, right? Like, to me, that Shane hit that shot meant a lot.
Mark, there's obviously a lot going on in Memphis right now, a lot of violence, a lot of negative connotations around the world. Do you find yourself defending how Memphis is? Because watching your documentary, it was extremely well done. I'm only imagining, because I'm from Memphis, I'm from the hood, to see you as a 16-year-old going to the hood, going to basketball games, but being feeling safe and being shown a lot of love. Do you find yourself defending Memphis at times when you at home or other parts of the world?
All the time. But you got to come and see it. And I believe in the power of sports to bring people together. And I think we've seen that over the last few years, but we have to continue. It's not done. Sports have to encourage kids to take different paths. So hopefully, with the work of everybody that is involved with the sports, and we can inspire kids taking different ways and different avenues, and give them opportunities to do so and tools to do so. And so, it's a long grind. It's not short. It's not easy. It can be frustrating at times, but I don't mind defending the city at all costs. I don't mind that. It's definitely worth it. And I know, slowly but surely, with everybody's help, we're going to be able to, to have a different impact. But the city is changing in a lot of ways, but the foundation of a lot of things have also keep evolving too. So, thank you. Yeah. Not some of the lyrics though.